Well, good afternoon. Once again, I am at the Pinkham Notch shelter, and I am getting ready to do probably one of my most challenging hikes to date. I'm doing a presidential traverse southbound, but I'm going to be overnighting at the Osgood tent site tonight, and then again at the Nauman tent site tomorrow night. So I've got about a 40-pound pack because it's supposed to get cold tonight. So I had to bring 2 layers for my underquilt and my 0-degree quilt. But it is going to be awesome. May get some clouds this afternoon and evening, but it should have some clear skies tomorrow, which hopefully means we get some amazing views and a good sunrise in the morning. Gonna try and be on top of Mount Madison for sunrise. We'll see how that works out. But it's a beautiful afternoon. Just get ready to start now. So come on, let's go do this amazing hike. All right, don't know if you'll be able to hear this or not because of the wind. Trying to protect the microphone, but I think Washington's on the other side of that. And if that's the case, I think that's Adams, and that one over there would be Madison. So those are the summits for tomorrow morning. Well, this will be interesting. I got to cross that without using that. I think that bridge would have been safer. Wet foot. Well, all right, Pammy. Here is home for the night. No summit yet. That comes tomorrow. I'm not going to hike 2.5 miles up and then 2.5 miles back just so that you can get a summit today. Don't worry. Tomorrow, you'll get more than one. more than 2, more than 3. The plan is tomorrow you'll get 7. Yep. And not only will you get 7, you'll get the big one. That's right, George. Well, okay, Pemmy. It's early, but not early enough. I don't think we're going to make the summit by sunrise. It's after 5, and it's 2.5 miles. Sunrise is at 7:30. The good news is we'll be above tree line shortly, so that'll help us at least be able to look over our shoulder and see the sunrise. That work for you? Okay. Well, I'm trying to be quiet because I ended up not being alone at this campsite, so I don't want to disturb other people. But it's time to get moving. Well, Pemmy, I'm sorry I didn't stop to take you out at the top of Mount Madison. It was just too bloody cold. And looking at you, you got rime ice on you. He can barely squeak. So we are going to change our plans. We're going to try and get Adams, and then I met these two gentlemen over here, Mike and Sam, sorry. And I'm going to go down with them, and then they're going to give me a ride back to my car. So we're bailing. It is just much colder than anticipated. All right, well, we are almost to the summit of Mount Adams. We came up via the Star Lake Trail, which probably was a mistake, but okay. I haven't done it before, so it's good. But I think the summit is just up there a little ways. Taking a quick break before we push on. I probably won't get any content up at the summit because it's just too bloody cold and you're not going to get any views anyway. I'm not even going to take Pemmy out of the pack. Sorry, buddy. Well, we got Madison, we got Adams, and that's all I got in me today. It was a lot worse conditions than expected. But my friends, they got theirs. That's exactly what they had intended to do, so we're on our way down. You know, I always hate making plans and then not completing them, but there's wisdom in knowing when, okay, it's time to pull the plug and quit. And it's time to pull the plug and quit. Well, the best laid plans of mice and men sometimes go awry. And today was not my day. The weather was just too brutal up there. My pack was too heavy. So I bailed. Because ultimately, the risk level that I calculated was insufficient to represent the actual risk. And when I recognized that, I knew it was time to change the plan. Thankfully, I ran into Mike and Sam so that I had somebody to hike down with, and then they're gonna give me a ride back to my car. I did have a bailout plan on the other side of the ridge that would have got me back to my car, but this is actually easier and it's with other people. So I want to thank you all for coming along. This was a bit harrowing. It was kind of brutal up there, but well worth it. I found myself praying, thank you, God, for not giving me what I wanted, but what I needed, because there were some lessons that I needed to learn. Until next time, chase your dreams, challenge your limits, and choose joy. Azimuth out. Good afternoon. Once again, I'm at the Pinkerton